inside the 35. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in colleges delivered to the NFL.
Here's 2nd and 3. And now they'll shift things around. Rolling to his left. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and not get free and make it a turnover.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Steps away. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Well, we know that he can get 1st downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the 1st.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Richardson off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Condors use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. McCaffrey on the counter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, 28 yards. And the Oilers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Lawrence's throw on target to James. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play action. It's Lawrence rolling to his right. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Lawrence. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Oilers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Richardson looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. Now they'll audible to something else. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. He's got it to Williams. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are going to take the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Now Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Williams, the man in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Ready?
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Condors will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. On play action, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 38-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. This will be caught at Samuel. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Curtis Samuel, 84 yards. And the Oilers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Get it! 18 Cardinal, 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Ready, ready?
Off play action. Richardson has this complete to Daniel Belling. And now look at this. Big gain but a fumble. It's going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said in the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Escapes the defender. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Richardson now on 3rd and 2. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now they'll change things up. They go with Chubb. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
They go play action with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Play action. Now Richardson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Teron Johnson able to pick it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
They go up the middle with Chubb. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Okay,
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Cowboy 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. Check. Hurt.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Ready.
Throwing now is Richardson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Shot alert. Shot alert. Ready.
Now Richardson. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That is intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the medal.
Well, it's hit and the ball is free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And on now is the punter. And now we've got whistles. I think we had a defender too eager to go for the block. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a first down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Houston,